Hello, thank you for tuning in to the Katie Sassine Show. Happy Monday to you all out there. As you know, we are addressing the indoctrination of the nation. In today's topic, and this may carry over to tomorrow, we'll see, is the question of, is it bad to be greedy? And also, is capitalism greedy? Now, capitalism and greed have been associated for many, many years through theories of international relations. Those who are realists that tend to more so be capitalist, at least in the American realm of politics, are said to be greedy. It is said that the inherent nature of the realist person, which is likely to be a conservative in the United States of America today, I won't speak for every other country, but as far as those people go, they are more likely capitalists, and thus they are more likely to uphold their inherent nature by being born as a human being is greedy. Now, liberals, on the other hand, are associated with the international theory of liberalism, which would assert that people are capable of cooperation, that their inherent nature is cooperation, and it has a more positive tone to it than, of course, greed, which to me has a negative tone. Now, what I want to do in relation to the negative tone of greed, first let's go over the definition by Merriam-Webster. Greed is an intense and selfish desire for something, especially wealth, power, or food. An antonym for greed is indifference. And I'm going to be honest, indifference sounds worse to me. Now let's keep this photo up right behind us, because this photo shows the etymology of the word greed and where it came from. Now, it was known to mean voracious and hungry. It was known to be covetous, having a great deal or desire to obtain something. And also historically has been synonymous, as previously stated, with hunger and eagerness. So hunger and eager go hand in hand with greed. Now, this has become its own different word with that combination. It's also been known to mean to like, to want. And if you look at the very bottom of the etymology, it says in Greek the word was, I won't read all that, but it went from money loving, and then the German word for habsüchtig, which was somewhere, I don't know, we'll have to look that up, but it's related to greed, from haben to have, plus suck, sickness and disease, and with a sense tending toward passion for. So basically, it's a combination of to have plus sickness and disease plus passion for. Now, is this bad? Now, in today's age, in today's society, we all say that greed is bad. From childhood, we've been told, don't be greedy, share, don't be greedy. The opposite of being greedy as a child is sharing. And same as being an adult, but when you grow up and you start business, and in terms of economy, one being greedy can create a person who can share wealth with many. So you see, by the greed of few equals the ability to share with many, which enables a productive society of capitalism. Now, for some reason, not for some reason, but because of the way that etymology works and the evolution of words in society, the word greed has been misconstrued to be associated with negativity versus positivity, whereas sharing and cooperation associated with liberalism and liberals in America is seen as positive. The word associated with the inherent nature of realist and conservatives in the United States is seen as negative. Now, is this fair? Could this be one reason that the media is so easily able to limit the narrative of the media to a leftist narrative, to leftist, dare I say it, rhetoric, where they're literally indoctrinating us? I believe it has enhanced their ability to do so. And I don't believe that these people that generate the leftist narrative are necessarily bad people. I do not. I simply think it's a semantics issue. And maybe it sounds a little bit pompous, but this whole liberal versus realist turned to liberal versus conservative in the United States and in all across parts of the world, especially Western Europe, has got to stop. See, all people of the spectrum, no matter which you associate with, in the end we have to work together. And if we're going to keep bashing the right, if the left is going to keep bashing the right, they are only hurting themselves. And the reason I say is that I don't hold these people accountable for their wrongdoings is because they associate the word greed with evil. So easily they're able to say, well, being a conservative is evil. So I want to be a liberal, and I want to be a person that shares and that cooperates and that, wants to make sure everyone in this world is taken care of to my best ability. Liberalism is established upon institutionalism, hence the United Nations, hence all groups of states that get together to work toward a common good. Liberalism and realism have been working together for centuries in the US. So we need to continue that trend and eventually come together and establish a more perfect union that is some combination of constructivism, realism, and liberalism. I won't throw Marxism and, radicalism into the mix because I just prefer not to without proper research. So, this is all capable of working together for the international community. Now, why do I bring this up? Why do I bring up capitalism and greed? Well, like I said, is the inherent nature, just to review with some bullet points here, I bring up greed and capitalism together because they are two of the most associated terms in the United States. It is said that this is the inherent nature of people that support a free market. Essentially, is what we've gathered thus far, that greed is the inherent nature of the people that support capitalism, a free market. And my other question, is capitalism greedy? Well, yes. But is it bad to be greedy? No. The answer is no. If you look at the antonym, as we went over in the very beginning, indifferent, that's far worse than greed. That is far worse than greed. A word associated with hunger and eagerness and passion is positive. We call this word greedy. It's not so bad, people. It's not what you think. Just do a simple etymology check like I did earlier. Now, so I'll just go through my bullets. Is this true though? That the people that support a free market are greedy? Well, not necessarily, but yes, more likely than not. Has it been termed as the inherent nature of the individual according to realism? Yes. Greed has been termed the inherent nature of people that align with realism. And most of those people, again, align with being conservative, especially fiscally. Is this bad? That answer, of course, is subjective, and I do not think this is bad. I think this is good, because I think that greed enables people to acquire, to distribute to the many that aren't able to acquire their own wealth. Now, let's go to this article that really sparked my interest. To find a great article to go along with this, I guess, lecture today. Not so much lecture, but this whole idea and theory that I wanted to go over today. So this article is called "Greed is Good." It's a 300-year historic history of a dangerous idea. So here we go. We already see that this author thinks that greed is dangerous. And wait, let's go slow there. Let's go back to the top if we can. So the author, we already know he believes that greed is dangerous, and this is author John Paul Rollert of The Atlantic. John Paul Rollert of The Atlantic. So this article essentially addresses the dangers of capitalism and greed. And we can see that picture imitating child labor. And let's move below that. Now in the second paragraph here, Rollert says that greed is the dangerous spirit of capitalism. He says it's dangerous and it's the spirit of capitalism. So here we have an author of The Atlantic directly associating, as I stated, this is what they're doing, directly associating greed with capitalism. The quote that I got from him, "Such reactions shouldn't be surprising. Roller continues to say, greed has always been the hobgoblin, aka the mischievous spirit of capitalism. And he goes on to say, the mischief, it makes a canker on the faith of capitalists. So he's basically saying that this is a terrible quality of capitalism. We'll get back to this after the break. We got to cut out and come right back to you. So please stay tuned in. We're going to continue to go over this Atlantic article associating capitalist with greed.
It's a new year, new you at Schottenkirk Ford Jasper. Ring in the new year with huge deals on a brand new Ford. Right now, get exceptional offers like 0% financing plus a $1,500 factory rebate on a new 2017 Ford F-150 XLT. Or get 0% financing plus a $1,000 factory rebate on a new 2017 Ford Explorer. Make your resolution a reality during the New Year, New You sales event at Schottenkirk Ford Jasper, home of the Schottenkirk Customer Guarantee. Visit us online at SchottenkirkFordJasper.com.
North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds. Come on in to view the area's largest selection of fine jewelry at North Georgia Diamond. All repairs and designs are done on site by our jewelers. And North Georgia Diamond has the lowest prices on loose diamonds. You can also sell your gold, silver, and coins at North Georgia Diamond between Walmart and Lowe's in East LJ. Locally owned by Bill and Allison Craig, North Georgia Diamond is your source for diamonds in North Georgia.
What you gonna do with all that junk?
Hello, my name is Chad Watkins. I'm the manager at Larry's Body Shop. We are a family-owned and operated business and have been serving the North Georgia area since 1978. We are located at 1216 Progress Road in LJ, Georgia. Our shop specializes in collision repair and we work with all major insurance companies. Larry's Body Shop is ICAR Gold, the highest role of training recognized by the collision repair industry. It is estimated that only 10% of collision shops meet these standards. Our shop consists of state-of-the-art equipment such as laser measurement system, down-drive spray booth, spot and MIG welding equipment. All of our paints are mixed on-site so that we can guarantee your paint to match every time. I know that having an accident can be a stressful event. We take pride in making sure our customers are satisfied with the repair of their vehicles. Our waiting area is clean and comfortable with free Wi-Fi and refreshing beverages. So if you're in an accident, stop by and see us at Larry's Body Shop.
El Rey and Ellijay.
El Rey Mexican Restaurant.
Family owned and operated and a local favorite for families, parties, and meetings.
Great prices.
Friendly service and delicious Mexican cuisine.
Patio dining available.
Come sing in Carlos's Cantina every Friday 9 to 1.
Eat in or take away.
Same location for 14 years. Open 7 days at the corner of Maddox Drive and 515. North Georgia's favorite Mexican cuisine. El Rey and Elegy.
Circuit World, brand name merchandise at unbelievably low prices. Furniture, appliances, and electronics. Circuit World is locally owned and operated, serving the tri-state area. Circuit World has highly trained professionals to help. Visit your hometown Circuit World today. 3 locations in Georgia, Ellijay, Blue Ridge, and Blairsville, Franklin, and Murphy, North Carolina. No credit checks, so let Circuit World deliver to you today.
Hi, I'm Rhonda the Mattress Lady, and this is my husband Gary, owners of Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
And we want to earn your business. From the time you walk in our door to the time we deliver your new mattress to your door, you will see the difference. Our selection and prices are the best in North Georgia, and customer service is our top priority. So y'all come on in and let us help you find the right mattress at the right price. That's Mattress Overstocked in Ellijay next to Walmart.
At Days Chevrolet in Jasper, we make everything better. It all starts with a huge new Chevy selection. Then we heap on the discounts to make sure your Chevy price is the lowest you'll find anywhere. And if you like great customer service, you'll love it at Days. Bigger selection, lower prices, easy financing, and great customer service. Your better day is just ahead at Days Chevrolet in Jasper, where new Chevys cost less.
Better days ahead, Days Chevrolet.
Find new roads.
Hello, welcome back to the Katie Sassine Show. We were just going over an article by The Atlantic, which will get pulled up for y'all, so we can scroll through this article together. Again, this article is by John Paul Rollert of The Atlantic, and it is addressing the dangers of capitalism and greed. So in paragraph 3, we had just gone over paragraph 2, the author indirectly equates greed to commercial self-interest. And the quote that he gave that equated greed to commercial self-interest was, "We sometimes forget that the pursuit of commercial self-interest was largely reviled or severely criticized until just a few centuries ago." Very interesting. So it says that the spirit of greed has been reviled for centuries now, and we should be basically past capitalism, but we are not. And I'm going to go back to this in just a few seconds and discuss one of the first companies that really exploited trade, and we'll get back to that in a few. But let's go down to paragraph 5. That's all I have from that article. Now we can X out of that. Thank you, Lonnie. So, as you can see, he kind of misconstrues, he does misconstrue Monville's work. He says dark intentions where Maudeville says private vices. So here's what I'm referring to when I say that Monville refers to this greed as private vice. In the novel The Fable of the Bees, Monville describes a bee community and economy thriving with desire for personal gain. So there you go. You see that people are motivated by greed in a capitalist society, and this is an allegory with the beehive. And because they're motivated by this greed, they're able to have a thriving economy. Then suddenly, the bees are turned honest and virtuous or selfless, which is what the liberals want. They want us to be all virtuous and selfless and snowflakes and love everybody and sing kumbaya and world peace and happiness around the fireplace. That's what it sounds like. So this is the left narrative right here. This, this author for The Atlantic is just left. Anyway, so then suddenly the bees are turned honest and virtuous or selfless and their economy collapses. And this is a reference from John Cook. So the Fable of the Bees, in a particular part of it, a particular section of it, implies that without private vices, there exists no public benefit. Now that's Maudeville's writing. That's an interpretation of Maudeville's writing. There's an excerpt that I've got here from The Fable of Bees. It says, and of course this is in kind of Old English, so, to enjoy the world's conveniences, be famed in war, yet live in ease, without great vices, is a vain utopia seated in the brain. So that's an interesting little tidbit, referring to the price you pay for a nice lifestyle. Now, does that quote say that that's bad? No. But of course, you can take this book and make whatever you will out of it just by changing the interpretation of the meaning of the word greed. You see, just one simple change in evolution, societal shift in the interpretation of a word can do so much. And because people have decided that greed is bad and that greed is evil and that the inherent nature of realists has been labeled as evil, everything is shifted. People are making us to be the bad guys. People are making us to be greedy, evil people when capitalists are anything but that. There's things that happen in life, and some people are able to turn lemons into lemonade, and some people are not. And if we have those people that can keep turning lemons into mountains and mountains of lemonade and share the wealth with those who aren't able to get as lucky, then there we have a thriving market and several others that are following suit and going about it the same way, and thriving capitalism. So, why beat a dead horse? Here, let's check out a little bit of Maynard Keynes. We got a photo of Maynard Keynes. So, very popular economic theorist. And I've got some quotes by Leslie Stephen in the Dictionary of National Biography, quoted by Keynes, 1964. So here we have direct quotes by Keynes that Miss Stevens placed in the Dictionary of National Biography. So Keynes has referenced Maudeville's book, and this is what he has said regarding the Fable of Bees. He has said, Maynard Keynes has said, and Maynard Keynes again is an economist, the founder of the coined term, he coined the term the invisible hand, that the market will re-regulate itself, especially in short-term times of depression or recession. So Keynes said a cynical system of morality was made attractive by ingenious paradoxes. His doctrine that prosperity was increased by expenditure rather than by saving fill in with many current economic fallacies not yet extinct. Now this is heavy stuff. He said that Monville's doctrine that prosperity was increased by expenditure rather by saving fell in with many current economic fallacies not yet extinct. So he brings up the fact that there are points that Monville brings up that have not even been considered in the economic realm. So there are points beyond just capitalism and liberalism and, the free market and the public and private market. You know, there's more to it than just that. So Keynes addresses that a lot of the philosophy presented by Monville is just above and beyond, typical consideration for running the economy and the government. So it gets very, very philosophical. And then he goes on to say, assuming that human desires were essentially evil and therefore produced private vices, and assuming with the common view that wealth was a public benefit, he easily showed that all civilization implied the development of vicious propensities or tendencies. So, right, he did. He showed that private vices can yield public benefit. And then Keynes went on to say he easily showed that all civilization implied the development of vicious propensities or tendencies. Now, vicious, another word that's been construed to be bad. Is it vicious to be greedy? Well, maybe, in a sense, because it makes you feel very eager and, it gives you some adrenaline and stuff like that. If something is vicious, if you have vicious tendencies, then, that sounds like sometimes you bite people's heads off. But in reality, what we're talking about is it shows that you will do what it takes to start a company and do what you want to do with a ton of passion because you truly love and care for it, and you will try to do a better job than your neighbors so that you can be successful. But also, you can work with your neighbors and you can combine your efforts. So if we stop separating liberalism and realism and pitting liberalist and realist against each other, then we have our answer. What we need to do is come to terms with the fact that we're all a little bit liberal. We all want to share, and that we're all a little bit greedy. We all want to create something of our own. We all want to own something. We all want to distribute wealth, to share, to help people out. I mean, I don't know about you, but I hope one day that I can, support my parents and help them through retirement if they need my help. I hope to be someone in my family and some of my close friends can reach out to for help. And I know that my friends and family hope they can do the same for us, because that's just the nature of things. But with that nature of wanting to be that person includes that inherent nature of wanting to share that wealth. And anyway, that concludes my segment for today. I hope you enjoyed. And remember, it's not so bad to be greedy. And capitalism is good. And sharing is good as well. So, once we stop pitting ourselves against each other, we'll all be much more better off. I want to thank you again for tuning in this Monday to the Katie Sassine Show. And I hope you have a great day. Remember, you can tweet me at KatieFYNTV. Thank you so much.